Hello everyone, how is everyone doing? I really hope that this day is full of positivity and happiness for all of us. So anyways, without wasting any time, let's get to the very important topic we are going to talk about today, that is hormones, and also how can we really do few things to make them balanced in very natural way. Now, see, first of all, let me tell you that I'm not going to talk about something magical or just out of the world in this video. There will be things that you already know, or maybe you are new, but the things are very, very simple. And also, there will be things that you will, just see will be a bit repeated in all my other videos, because in the videos when we are talking about specifically weight loss or managing stress or managing sleep, everything actually indicates towards balancing hormones. Yes, when I tell you that try to inculcate this thing in your lifestyle or diet or anything, and try to avoid this thing, ultimately I'm trying to give you things which can really help us to just bring that good harmony in the hormones, or just maintain that balance. We will talk about it in a while, because when you are actually focusing towards balancing hormones, it's like you are trying to fix the root cause of any kind of problem or disease, rather than just trying for shortcuts and diets and workouts for weight loss, for example, or just hopping on painkillers and medication for the discomfort diseases we are facing. It's like we are just finding a quick fix, but we are not willing to fix the root cause. And when it comes to medication, and it is very important, it is magical, it is amazing when it comes to when we just need a quick fix, because we tend to just come in situations when we can't do anything about it, and that time medications really help, and we should have it if we really require it. But trust me, it is not going to help you in very long term if you are not willing to also focus on your lifestyle, on your nutrition, to just cure that root cause. And this is why I really talk a lot about hormones, because weight loss is not very difficult task to do, but how are you just going with the process, how are you doing it, and what is your main goal. It really shows that how effectively and how nicely it is going to give you results, and how long term is it going to be. Now coming towards hormones, so what is this term hormones, and what is it all about when it comes to balancing them? See, hormones are nothing but we will just talk about in very, very simple terms, and you can just understand it like we are made up of so many cells, and when two cells really need to communicate, there comes the role of hormones. Hormones actually behave like a chemical messenger to just get the communication going on. So all the kind of processes taking place in our body, like your digestion, your ovulation, your fat burn, your muscle growth, anything really requires that communication. These all the hormones are working in good harmony, in good sync. That communication keeps going very well, and your body overall works very perfectly, and you don't find any kind of issue with it, and you're just feeling great, and everything is on the place. And when the harmony, that sync get disturbed, that is the balance get disturbed, the communication breaks or gets disturbed. And when communication gets disturbed, the things are all over the place, body doesn't knows what to do, it gets confused, it doesn't knows that especially for weight gain, it doesn't know that how much fat should I burn, how much fat to accumulate. And similarly, when a cell cannot just communicate with another cell and can't ask it to just stop at the proper timing, it keeps on growing, and thus can cause you pimples, acne, cysts, fibroids. So it can lead to PCOS. So this is how problems get created in the body, and this is how your hormonal disbalance leads to weight gain, your PCOS, your diabetes, and a lot of problems. We can understand it like the lack of communication between the cells going inside our body to perform any specific task leads to hormone imbalance, and that leads to different problems. Right now, the things like weight gain, your feeling lethargic after a meal, or just not feeling energetic throughout the day, and not being able to sleep, or acne, or PCOS, or too much of belly fat, these kind of things are just a sign from our body that, oh, the communication is not good between us, between the cells, and that's why this is a sign that you need to look into it, you need to fix it. Very important thing I want to mention, that if you're someone who is facing any kind of discomfort because of your body, and you're just not able to do small tasks of your day, then you should just go and visit a doctor, and you should get all your tests done and see what is going on and going wrong, and you need to work on that. But if you're someone who just is okay, but still want to see that if everything is all on the place or not, because it might be possible that someone just looks so fit, so beautiful, so perfect, and still their hormones are messing up around inside the body. So for such people, what you can do is, just you have to be a bit mindful, your skin, your mood, your energy levels after a meal, or after just waking up, or react on small things over the day, the way your skin is behaving, the way your periods are, the way you look, the way you see that how much of excess fat I'm accumulating, and just these kind of things which feel a bit different, a bit weird. We just can't let them go, because we see these things happening around them all the time, because that is the reason that most of us are just hormonally not balanced, and we are not even aware about it, because we just don't need to do a lot of tests of all the time. But these signs from our body can really help us to understand that something is going wrong. If you're facing a lot of acne again and again, that definitely something is going wrong inside the body. You just can't keep ignoring it until it just gets so worse that you are just on medications and you don't know what to do about it. Because you are never too late. You can always start building that good lifestyle, good habits, your nutrition, and things can get a lot better. Let's talk about a few things which we can really just keep a check on to keep our hormones balanced in the very natural way. So first thing is sleep. As I also mentioned in the reel of in the morning, that prioritizing your sleep is very important. And first of all, I have really talked about sleep in detail in my YouTube video also, and also this IGTV, where I have explained that things you can do to just make your sleeping routine better. Also things you can do to just deal if you really had a very bad or lack of sleep last night. Anyways, very important thing I want to mention, especially related to weight gain. When we are lacking a good amount of sleep, the most affected hormones are your hunger hormones, that is your leptin and your ghrelin. So leptin is a hormone which really makes you feel full after a certain meal. The point where you just keep your plates down, that time we need to thank leptin, because leptin really helps to make us feel satiated. And when there is lack of sleep, leptin gets suppressed, and that time your ghrelin comes into the role and gets secreted, which actually makes you feel hungry, and it tells you to eat something, grab something. And that is the reason that when we are not having good sleep in the night, the other day we are just feeling so much hungry and just want to grab something full of high carbs, processed or sugary, because that's how your body is just feeling at that time because of hormone disturbance. For this particular topic to just go in detail, you can watch the sleep wala IGTV video. And another thing is your growth hormones, which really get affected while you sleep. And that is the reason that we say that children who sleep very well really grow nicely mentally and physically both. But when it comes to adults, equally sleep is very important, because it really helps you with your just replenishing the new cells, and that leads to good skin, good hair, good muscle, and everything. All the it just replenishes your cell. And also because while you're sleeping, your body gets a good reboot, your body really mops itself nicely. So you just have to give yourself good amount of rest and sleep. That's why I always say that no matter how good food you're having, good water you're having, if your sleep is not is in check, things will never work perfectly. You will never get the 100% results. Okay, so now the next point is movement. I have also talked about movement a lot of times, especially in the previous 80-20 rule wala video. You can go and check it out. I have really talked about movement and how can each one of us just inculcate good amount of movement in our lifestyle. Anyways, first of all, really want to talk about something very important, that is your insulin hormone, which really just plays a huge role to create so much of problems when it's not produced in balanced amount, and when it is overdone by our body. Because the kind of diet we are having nowadays is very high in carbs, and when we are having those carbs, what happens is that while it gets digested, it converts into the glucose and enters the bloodstream. And this is a very normal process, but depending on the quality especially of those carbs, when it gets metabolized, it just there is a lot of glucose spike in the bloodstream, and that in response makes our pancreas to secrete insulin to just neutralize that effect of glucose. But what happens is that the amount of insulin just increases so much, and the cells get too much of inflammatory, and they just don't get they just don't sense the insulin, and that is the condition which leads to insulin insensitivity, and then causes so many problems, especially your diabetes. And when it comes to movement helps to improve that sensitivity, so that our body just doesn't require a lot of insulin to just do the job of pushing the blood glucose into the cells. So when it comes to movement, you can do anything, because we always say that you always don't require a lot of effort and time to just kill a workout, but at least you can move. Because nowadays we have our washrooms in the room, we have servants to serve us food and water, so for movement it has come to nil, and we are just so stagnant with our lifestyle, with our body. So make sure that you are doing most of the work on your own and trying to move every now and then, or you can just play a sport, play a game, or just dance, just walk, do anything, but make sure at least 40-60 minutes a day you are moving. The another point comes to stress. See, stress and sleep, these two things are very beautifully interlinked together, because when you have too much of stress, you just can't sleep, and when you lack good amount of sleep, you are automatically in stress mode. So anyways, when it comes to stress, when we are all the time stressed, because nowadays lifestyle is like that, we have multiple works to do and things to handle, and it's very normal to just face stress once in a while. And when we are stressed very on the prolonged timings, what happens is that our stress hormone, that is our cortisol, just stays very elevated, and that causes problem, because we are human beings and we are supposed to face stress very rarely, once in a while, and cortisol is supposed to go up in the stressful condition and just come down as soon as possible, and that is how we should work normally. But because of this lifestyle, always into the just that stress mode and fighting with ourselves. So when it comes to stress, people are like, oh, it's okay, I will handle it, I will fight back, I will just do anything to kill it. Don't be like that, because that is even going to make the situation even worse. Stress is normal to come and go in our daily lives, but what are you doing to manage it? It matters a lot, because managing it is in our hands. And how are you managing it really matters. Do anything, do some self work, do some breathing work, do some meditation, do some just relax, do some dance, or listen some music, go for a walk, do anything which really just makes you connect with yourself and disconnect with the world. I think that can really help. And also you can just go and watch the stress wala IGTV video. Now the another point, very important, that comes to your food. And when it comes to your food, the first thing I really always want to talk about is fats, because that is what we really tend to ignore from our diets, from our nutrition. See, as I always say, that your hormones are really fats, and they love fats. So whenever you're having good quality and good quantity of fats providing to your body, at the time they behave as precursor to those hormones, and it really helps to just nourish all our hormones and really helps with the hormonal balance. Make sure that you are including good quality fats like your coconut oil, your ghee, your avocados, your olive oil, your seeds, your nuts. These kind of things can really help a lot. And also your eggs, that your yolk part of that egg, it really contains good quality fat, so just don't throw it off. Now when it comes to your protein, which is another thing which we tend to miss out on in our daily diets. So we really need protein to at least keep us feel satiated, and it again comes down to balancing your hunger hormones, and that is will really help you to feel fuller and just eat when you are hungry. So make sure that you are including good quality of protein in your daily diet. And when it comes to your fiber, then your vegetable, your fruits, your lentils, your beans, they are amazing to add on in your diet. But again, fiber should not be very much, and it should not be very low, because it really helps in digestion and for overall gut health. And our gut health is really very connected to the hormones. We will make a separate video on this and we will discuss about it also. But for now, these are really few things which you can really just do to just inculcate in your lifestyle, which really can help you to improve your hormonal health and just help and balance that hormones. And I really hope that this video can make some sense to you and really help you. And anyways, your queries, your doubts are always welcome. I always try to reply you, each and every one of you. And yeah, thank you for being here, thank you for existing, thank you for your appearance over here. Your presence means a lot to me. Take care. Bye bye.